Okay, so now we are going to continue with the second case, which is a denominator with a repeated factor. So what does that mean by a repeated factor? So now you can see example here. Let's say we have x minus 1 over x minus 3 times x plus 2 square. So dekat mana yang repeated tu? As you can see from here, x plus 2 square. So, kita akan buat partial decomposition kita. So, as you can see, we have a linear factor here, x minus 3. So, kalau kita decomposekan macam biasa, kita akan dapat a over x minus 3. And for the repeated factor, we have x plus 2 square. So, how to decompose this? So, nama pun repeated. We're going to have b over x plus 2 without the power. And the other one plus c over x plus 2 square with the power. Okay, nampak dekat sini. For repeated factor, denominator with repeated factor, satu without power, satu with power. Okay, so this is what we call as a repeated factor. Okay, so let's see one more example of a repeated factor. Contoh, kalau kita ada okay, 3 over x square times x minus 1. So, apa yang repeat dekat sini ialah kita punya x square dekat sini. So, you are going to have a over x plus b over x square. Nampak satu without power, satu lagi with power. So, this one is a linear macam biasa over c over x minus 1. Okay? So let's go straight to the example 18. First we have to identify, is this a proper fraction? Okay, so nampak dekat situ kita ada the degree of your numerator, which is 1, and then okay, alright, okay, degree of numerator kita 1 and degree of denominator kita square. So this is a proper fraction. So then check the factor. Kat sini kita ada a repeated factor, x plus 2 square. Okay, so we have 7x over x plus 2 square. So how are we going to decompose this? You know that this is a repeated factor. It's going to be a over x plus 2 without the power plus b over x plus 2 square with the power. Okay, that's it. That's all. And then now we are going to find our value of a and b. Okay, so now multiply everything with x plus 2 square. Okay, macam mana nak multiply everything tu? We have 7x. Okay, ini akan jadi times x plus 2 square. This one akan jadi a over x plus 2 times x plus 2 square as well. And the other one we have b over x plus 2 square times x plus 2 square. Okay, so let's see the first one. Kita cancel x plus 2 square dengan x plus 2 square. We are going to left with 7x. Okay, equals to this one cancel x plus 2 dengan x plus 2. So we have a times x plus 2. And the last one, kita cancel x plus 2 square, x plus 2 square, kita akan dapat plus b. Okay, so now kita akan substitute the value of our factor. As you can see from here, the only factor that we have is x plus 2. That means the only root that we are going to use is x equals to negative 2. So we have when x equals to negative 2, substitute value negative 2 into this expression. We have 7 times negative 2 equals to a. Okay, so tak payah tulis. As you can see from here, negative 2 plus 2 equals to 0. So everything will be 0. So tinggallah b sahaja. So we will have b is equals to negative 14. So next, we are going to find the other value, which is a. Okay, tapi kita dah tak ada any value for our roots. So as I said earlier, kita boleh cuba. Okay, sekejap. Okay, kita boleh substitute any values of your x. Okay, any value for your x. So let's say here we have when x equals to 0. Okay, kenapa kita substitutekan the value of the factors sebab kita nak mudahkan kerja kita kira. Tapi kalau dah tak ada value, we can substitute any value for your x. So let's try. When x equals to 0, substitute into this expression. We have 7 times 0. A 0 plus 2. B, we already get our answer, which is negative 14. So here is minus 14. Okay, so straight away you will get your answer. A is equal to 14. A is equals to 7. Okay. So this is the first method. Okay. So to find the value of your constant, if there is no more factors or root that you can use, ada dua cara, which is the first method, use any value. The second method is we can use comparing. So how are we going to use this method? So from here, from the expression here, we can expand first. So we will have 7x is equals to ax plus 2a plus b. Okay. Kalau kamu nampak kat sini, 2a plus b is a constant. Okay. Ax, a coefficient of a with a variable of x. So now we'll compare. So we're going to compare left hand side and right hand side. So straight away from here, we can compare ax with 7x. So straight away we get our answer. A is equals to 7. Okay. So terpulang, kalau kamu rasa use comparing lagi senang, but you have to expand. Untuk example ni, tak banyak yang kena expand. Maybe untuk example lain akan banyaklah yang kena expand. Then if you want to use the first method, substitute any value, you can use that. Okay. But at the end of the day, what are we going to find is the final answer, 7x over x plus 2 square equals to our value of a is 7 over x plus 2 plus b is negative 14. So here will be negative 14 over x plus 2 square. Okay. Alright, let's see the second example. Example 19. Express 2x plus 1 over x square x plus 2. Okay, is this a proper fraction? Okay, check the degree here is 1, degree here is 3. So this is a proper fraction. Sebab atas, degree atas lagi kecil daripada degree bawah. Next, this is a repeated factor. X square is a repeated factor. So this is a linear factor. This is a repeated factor. So we are going to know how to decompose your partial fraction. It should be 2x plus 1 over x square x plus 2 equals to, this is your repeated factor x square. Then it should be a over x without the power plus b over x square with the power. Okay, since they repeated, kena ada dua lah. And then this one linear macam biasa, c over x plus 2. Okay, multiply everything with the denominator, which is x square x plus 2. Here we'll have 2x plus 1. Dekat sini akan dapat cancel x, cancel x. We will have ax x plus 2. And here you will get x square x plus 2. Cancel x square. You will have b times x plus 2. And the last one here, we'll have x square x plus 2. Cancel x plus 2, you will have cx square. Okay, so now let's see. The only roots that we have here is x equals to negative 2. And kat sini pun ada roots which is x equals to, okay, kejap. Okay, x equals to 0. So kita cuma ada dua root sahaja, x equals to negative 2 and x equals to 0. Okay, so we are going to substitute both of these first. So we have when x equals to 0, substitute 0, left hand side, right hand side. Okay, if you substitute 0 here, everything will be 0. Substitute 0 here, everything will be 0. So jangan buang masa, substitute yang di tengah sahaja. b 0 plus 2. So you will have 2b is equals to 1. b is equals to 1 over 2. Okay, now let's do for when x equals to negative 2. So you will have sorry, ini ialah 2x equals to negative 2 typo di situ. Okay, masih lagi typo. Kamu mesti tahu saya tengah voice over this video. Okay, so this is negative 2. Okay, 2 times negative 2 plus 1. So this will be 0. And this will be 0 as well. So just substitute. For the last one, we have c equals to c times negative 2 square. So we have 4c is equals to negative 4 plus 1, we have negative 3. And we have c is equals to negative 3 over 4. Okay, now we have the value for b and the value for c. And we need to find the value for a. Okay, as I said earlier, we have two methods. You can use method 1 or method 2. Okay, if you want to compare, you can expand. If you want to sub any value, just substitute any value. So now, let's do the first method. We put any value that we want. Janganlah letak 100, penat kamu nak kira. So let's choose from the smaller one. So 0 dah ada dekat situ. So choose the next one. Let's see if we can choose when x equals to 1. Okay, pilih nombor yang senang-senang. Any value pun boleh. So now substitute 1, we have 2 times 1 plus 1. Okay, typo lagi dekat situ. 2 times 1 plus 1 equals to a times 1, 1 plus 2. And here b. Okay, that is y. B kita ada 1 over 2. Okay, we have 1 plus 2. And c also, we already have our value. We have negative 3 over 4. Then substitute here. Negative 3 over 4 times by x kita ialah 1 yang kita pilih. So 1 square there. And okay, bolehlah kira apa value of a kamu. And ada typo dekat depan tu. Kejap lagi saya akan padam. Okay. So 2 times 1 plus 1. Okay. So we have our value of a. Sambil saya kira, kamu tekan calculator. We have a is equals to 3 over 4. Okay, now we have all the value for our constant. Jangan lupa, let's write our final answer. So we will have this expression, tulis balik, we have 2x plus 1 over x squared times x plus 2. Okay, so what's the value of a? We have 3 over 4. 3 over 4x plus b is 1 over 2. So that will be 1 over 2x squared. And our c is negative 3 over 4 x plus 2. Okay, so that will be your final answer.